friend of mine dropped this neck off to me a few days ago, and what he wants me to do is replace the fret markers, or at least install fret markers. What happened is he bought this neck with a finish on it, and he used paint stripper to remove the finish, but it also removed the fret markers, and it kind of messed up the nut, the plastic nut. So we're going to remove the nut, and we're going to put in some new fret markers. I've got a fresh bag here, some super glue, some basic tools here, X-Acto knife, little screwdriver, a drill bit that's the same diameter, and I'm only going to use this to clean out the fret hole, the marker hole. I'm not going to use a drill to do that. It'd be too much. It would rip the wood all apart. So anyways, we're going to jump ahead, and what we're going to do first, there's one fret left that didn't come out, so I'm going to show how to remove that. Okay, so hopefully this works out really well, and what we're going to do is just drill a small hole right in the middle of that fret marker. Okay. You don't want to go too deep. Once you feel that the drill bit has gone through, then you stop right away. And I've got a little Allen key here. I'm going to go from the side, because if I went this way, you might lift up some of the grain. Just kind of get under it. Hopefully that just pops out. Might have to break it a little bit. Be gentle. There we go. Yeah, it's going to be stubborn. Okay. Okay. There we go. Finally got that out. Get rid of that. Okay, so this one's pretty clean. Just gently, even go backwards a little bit with it, because you don't want to dig into the wood. You just want to clean out any little bits of debris, old glue, bits of fret plastic, or fret dot plastic, or whatever. That looks pretty good. And X-Acto knife helps also, just to get in there and scrape away anything. Okay. Go on to another one here. Okay, this one is pretty dirty. It looks like there's part of the fret dot still left in there. It's not deep enough. So let's do the same thing. Yeah. Yeah, there definitely was still some, still some plastic in there. Because part of it melted away, so it's really tricky. If you don't, there we go. If you're just taking fresh dots out, there's lots of plastic to dig into, but these are kind of melted away, so. So that one is cleaning up nice too. Pretty good. So let's see, this one here, I don't really even have to touch that one. That one needs some cleaning. Yeah, okay, so I've got I've got 3 more dots to take out. So I'll take those out, and then I'll clean up the rest, and I'll show how to get the fret dots in there. Okay, so I'm starting to replace these dots, and carefully put just a little bit of glue in here. Not a whole lot. You don't want to put a killer amount of glue in. I'm just working it around the edges with my little screwdriver there. And then carefully just slide them in place, drop them in. Stubborn. There we go. I'm just using this drill bit. Anything that helps to push it in. There we go. We'll continue on with the rest. So I'm not pushing them all the way in because they are kind of rounded at the top. And when I file those down, I don't want there to be a gap around the fret marker. So if you can just see, they're sticking above the surface. Just a little bit, just enough so that when they're filed, it'll be nice and clean. So all fret dots are in, and I'm going to let these sit for a while. Even though it's super glue and that dries pretty quick, you want to kind of let it sit. But I have other things to do. I'm probably going to let this sit until tomorrow. That way I know for sure that glue is dried completely, and then I can use my file and sandpaper and masking tape, whatever else I'm going to need, and we'll make these look really good. The only thing is, because my friend did some of that relicking technique on the wood, it's going to come off when I sand, so he's going to have to redo some of these things. So anyways, nothing you can do about that, so I'll let this dry and we'll attack this again tomorrow. So I've already gone ahead, I've done the first one, and to do this I've got some of these little sanding blocks that I made up. One's got 350 grit and the other one's 600, and I've also got a file. So I'm going to start off with the file and just take off, and I've got the area taped off to protect the fretboard, because you don't want to slip and gouge into that. So just lightly file that the marker down, trying to feel out where you're going. Just want it almost level with the well, ultimately you want it level with the fretboard, but right now you just kind of get it down as far as you can. With the tape around it, you can only go as far as that tape. That'll help protect. Make sure you don't go too far. Just keep feeling it. Make sure you got all the edges. I'm actually starting back here on the tape with the file, and then just kind of rolling it forward over to the other side. It's getting to the point where I'm actually ripping the tape off because it's getting so low. So it's almost all the way down. Just gently, really lightly. Basically, I'm just trying to feel where that marker is. I don't want to take off too much at a time. I'm doing the same thing. I'm starting on this side and rolling it forward. I'm just feeling, okay, that's pretty good. You can see where it's taking off that relicking technique that my friend put on there. It's getting down to the natural bare wood. And there's nothing you can do about that. And then just take a little sanding block, kind of just back and forth, carefully. Try to keep it even. You don't want to be in one spot. You don't want to make a flat spot in the middle of the fret. That's nice. And then the 600, just to smooth it off. 600 doesn't really have to be on a block, but I kind of like it that way. The block helps to make sure that it keeps the surface even. Yeah. That's nice. Alright, so fret markers are all in. They're all sanded, filed down, sanded. And I also went over the rest of the frets just to help blend in the so there wasn't the blank spots, blotchiness. I don't know if he's going to continue to relic this, what he's going to do, it's up to him. I also filed down the edges of all the frets, because once he removed all that thick lacquer, you could actually feel sharpness on each fret. And I also removed that nut for him. That was completely melted, or quite a bit melted. It was chewed up. Looks pretty good there, but I think, yeah, all the top was taken right off. There's no, there isn't any string grooves in it anymore. Alright, so, and there's something you don't see too often. Just leave you with that. Alright, thanks for watching.